What's your reaction to this news that Trump will speak with Zelenskyy virtually ahead of this meeting with Putin?
It's good that President Trump will speak with Zelenskyy. It's good that President Trump plans to talk to the key European leaders whose position on Ukraine is solid and sound. So that means the Americans are not rushing unilaterally headlong into a disaster. The Trump administration seems to have smartened up. They realize that Putin is not, in fact, as they had hoped, ready to do a deal on any terms except his own. And they're lowering expectations for the meeting in Alaska, which is also wise. Now, whether the Alaska meeting is useful at all, I can't yet say. But it could be useful if Trump pushes Putin to fall off his maximum positions and puts Putin in a more reasonable frame of mind by making it clear that the U.S. will push Russia and impose more economic pressure if Putin doesn't start negotiating seriously.
Some of the commentary around this points to the fact that Friday's meeting will be the first time Putin has been in the US since 2015, and that in and of itself is a win for Putin. Do you agree with that?
How we assess this meeting depends on what happens. Mm-hmm. If Putin is able to grandstand and take the advantage of having a meeting in the US but gives up nothing, then it's a minor plus for him. But Trump could push Putin and say, the time for your games is over. You have to deal. We have to end this war, and we will do it the easy way or the hard way. And if Trump makes that clear, that his patience is at an end and means it, then it will be worth the risk. But Trump has to get there first. I hope he does. I hope he succeeds.
Some sort of land swap is thought to be part of this possible deal. What do we understand that to mean? What do you think this could mean?
Well, the Ukrainians have said that they won't give up their territory on a permanent legal basis to Russia. They won't surrender it. The Russians are going to insist on that. The obvious answer to somebody like me, who's a former diplomat, is to agree on a line of contact without reference to the ultimate settlement. There's plenty of precedent for that. The Korean armistice line isn't a permanent border, but it's lasted for 75 years. Or the border between East and West Germany during the Cold War was not a final international border, but it served to keep the peace. That's the formula that we should look for. Now, Putin won't accept that, but Zelenskyy might. If you say to Zelenskyy, this is just a demarcation line, not a final border, and you get peace, Zelenskyy might do it. Trump has to convince Putin, and Putin will say no. And that's the point where Trump pushes Putin and says, you're out of time, and you don't have good options. I'm going to hit your economy super hard, go after your oil exports, and we're going to ramp up arms to Ukraine. You're not going to win this one. Now, I don't know that it'll happen like that, but that seems to me a reasonable path forward. Zelensky's ready for that kind of a deal, I think. Putin is not. But Putin is going to push for the maximum as long as he thinks he can get away with it. And Trump's job is to show Putin that he can't get away with it, not anymore.
Does Trump have the appetite to stare down Putin in the way that you've described?
Well, I don't know, but Trump sure has an appetite for winning. And if I were briefing the president, which I probably won't be, I would say this is one where you show strength now and you show Putin is the weaker one and you vindicate yourself and show all your critics that they were wrong. It's the opportunity for a big win for Trump. That's how I would pitch it. And it is an opportunity for a big win, but to get a big win, he's got to push Putin and stare him down and mean it.